Surprise, everybody. Uh, I was running late, but here I am. I hope this finds everyone well on a Tuesday evening, and I hope everybody can hear me okay, as that I didn't do a sound check. I didn't even turn my lights on yet, so you want to see some magic? Here we go. Whoa, now I'm overexposed. Let's get rid of some of that. uh, so it's been a I know no rundown. Double A's like, what happened? Yeah, it's crazy. Um, a lot of stuff going on today, and a lot of preparation for upcoming Cedia, which I'm super excited about. And I'm going to take a little bit of time to talk about that today, and kind of let everybody know what's up, right? Because one of the things that I love, and I think you all know that I love, are shows, and Cedia is my favorite, right? Um, I go to a lot of hi-fi shows, and I love hi-fi shows. Um, you know, typical two-channel kind of scenarios, but in my heart, I really, really like Cedia because it is home technology, not just two-channel audio. It crosses over into all the audio, but we'll talk about in a second. So Hi-Fi Haven's here. What's up, Hi-Fi Haven? As I said, double A's here. We got My Mail up in the house. Home Theater Fanatics is in the house. Strange that it's me. Easy Home Theater Tech is up in the house, and he says, "What's good, Double A and Hi-Fi Haven?" Um, Mike is in the house. Mike, I might see you this weekend. I'm gonna see if I can sell off a couple of pieces of gear at the Colorado Audio Society uh, annual swap meet. I think I got that right. This is my first go round. And for folks that don't know, I live in Colorado, and I'm a member of the Colorado Audio Society. And every year, apparently, they get together on an auspicious day of the year. It happens to be the 24th of September this year, and people sell things. And I've got a set of triangle speakers that needs a new home, so they'll get used because they're just sitting in my basement right now, not doing anything. I've got a Klipsch Cinema 600 soundbar surround sound system with the two extra surround sound speakers, so you can do 5.1 there. That's sitting around doing nothing. That needs a new home. I've got a little Dayton Audio APA 102 or something like that amplifier. It's like 60 by 2. Maybe I'll bring that as well. So handful of things. I don't even know, but I don't know if this is like the right kind of gear for this kind of sale. It might be way higher end than the stuff that I have available. I don't know. Like I said, this is my first go round. And so we'll see. I don't know. Art, one of the members, he's holding this at his home, actually here in Castle Rock. And I sent him a list of the stuff, and we'll see. Maybe he'll come back and say, "Oh no, that's not the right kind of thing for this. It's high end." I don't know, but we'll see. So anyway, Mike, howdy, good to talk to you. Mike Ortiz up in the house. What's up, Mike? Good to see you here with us. And I think that covers. Oh, Siphonics is with us as well. Siphonics in the house. I think Siphonics is making the rounds of all the folks that are out there streaming tonight. Mike says, "Don't count on it. All sorts of stuff shows up." Cool. Well, hopefully some of my stuff will be in the mix, and maybe it'll find someone who needs it, so we can all come together. Easy Home Theater Tech is going to be at Cedia. Awesome. That'll be super cool. Yeah, I'll be there. Wednesday through Saturday, I guess it is, and floating around. And look me up. I'll be there. This beautiful face will be gracing the halls, or something. Oh, okay. All right. So Cedia. Now, for those that don't know, Cedia is an annual trade show, and it had been in Denver a couple of years, and then it was Indy last year or 2 years, and now it's down in Dallas, and I guess it'll be in Dallas 2 years. Jason, I can see your name. Yes, it's working. You are no longer faceless Facebook user. So good to have you here with us. This is going to be a question episode as well. So if you guys have any questions about anything, just throw it up, and I will to the best of my ability, impart wisdom of the ages upon you so that you can make good decisions when it comes to pretty much anything that has electricity running through it. So I'm good that way. Uh, Mike Ortiz says, "Sup, Jiles? Been checking out your sub before bills." Yeah, thanks, man. I'm working on another set right now. He's about to start his dual 15 high outputs from Parts Express sealed. Nice. I everyone knows I'm a sealed aficionado. I love me some sealed action, and I'd love you send some pictures, dude. I'll throw it up on Instagram, and some folks, will be able to see it. That'll be cool if you want to get that out there. Uh, it'll be super cool. I have everything in the garage right now to start my next build, and I might start it this weekend. And it's going to be two of the 15-inch SQLs from SI going into the 15-inch Marty box from GSG Audio, and I think it's going to be absolutely outstanding. I believe that form factor is one of Jason's. Can you see my name, Jason? This Jason. I think that's one of his favorite form factors from GSG Audio, and I think it'll be mine too. I love the big stuff, but I think that having smaller form factors will be good for a huge segment of customers that just can't fit the really big boxes in. Now, yin and yang, the 15-inch box was like the newest thing they had, but now they're coming out with these dual 18 and dual 21 boxes. They're like 400-pound beasts, which is super exciting. I can't wait to build one of those. It'll give me an excuse to buy some new drivers and stuff. That'll be super fun. Yeah, check out GSG Audio. Tell them I sent you. You can talk to Jason. He is on staff there with those guys, and he's selling. We kind of compete because sometimes I get a little bit of commission off the sales that come from my name. So if you want to support me, just when you talk to Jason, tell him that I sent you, and I'm sure he'll pass that through. Yeah, if you need the subs or whatnot, or amplifiers or anything, Jason's your man. He's got the hookup. He knows everything about who's got what for sale. So he is a humongous resource for the community. Please talk to him when you have those kinds of needs. But he does point out that Mike is a trader. Damn it, Mike. All right, so someone, okay, Jared, there we go. Jared, he's in Dallas, and it'll be his first show. Dude, find me and come up and say, "Hi, I'm Jared," because I can't, you just look like a green jay to me, so I don't know your face. But yeah, come up and say hi. Gosh, we should have like a happy hour or something, and get some folks together and that kind of thing. If anybody organizes something like that, let me know. I'm happy to come. My hair's going to be falling out. Not that there's much left, but the schedule's kind of busy. But if anybody wants to organize something, I think that'd be super cool to get together and talk with folks. So Siphonics says, Cedia sounds fun. What are you most looking forward to? Ooh, well, I'm most looking forward to going to a show. Right? That's what I'm most looking forward to. Just getting out and getting back into that environment again, right? The last show I was at was the Home Entertainment Show, which is super awesome. And that was just before vacation this past summer. And either at the show or just before or just after the show, I got COVID. So that was the best, most awesome part. So hopefully that doesn't happen again, which will absolutely suck. But I'm not looking forward to that potential eventuality. So let's keep the COVID out of there. But I think you were specifically getting at, what kind of things am I looking forward to seeing there? Okay, so there's some stuff that's really weird that I want to see. That's kind of off the beaten path. There's a light switch company that I want to see that makes these cool light switches with this LED, and you can touch them and all kinds of stuff and do things, and they look really cool in your wall. Just replaces your normal, I think they're called Decra style rockers or whatnot. So I really want to see those guys, and I think there'll be a number of different companies that have that kind of product there. But this company's reached out and they want me to come by and look at their stuff. So I'm excited for that. There's another company that sells indoor gardens, and it's got like the little lights and everything and little seed pods, and you can take things from seed and bud those out, and then you put them into little containers and they grow. And I think that's kind of cool, right? So I want to see that. I want to see all the normal suspects, right? So well, I guess not so much of a normal suspect. SVS is going to be there, Nick and company, and I think this is their first time that they're going to be there on the trade show floor. I think that's what Nick said. If so, that's a cool first for them, and I'm excited to see them there. Um, what else? Joey Peacock. I don't know if you guys know Joey. Maybe he'll join us tonight. It'd be nice if he did. He used to work for Indie Audio Labs, Accurus Ergon, and he just took a job working for Mad VR Labs. And Mad VR Labs is uh, the paid consumer version of Mad VR, which before was a free piece of software that you would run at home. And it's a video processor scaler with extra features and all kind of goodness. And they make a commercialized product now that's super high end, it's super expensive. It's a Windows box that manipulates your incoming video that I lust after because it solves a lot of problems when you use an anamorphic lens. You can do like adaptive stretch and all kinds of stuff, and you never have to fiddle with anything. You just set everything and forget it, and it kind of it can identify the content coming out and put it in the right aspect ratio and stretch it the right way for your screen and your lens and whatnot, no matter what the source is. So I kind of lust after one of those devices, and I don't have the 10 grand or whatever to buy one. Because we want to buy a house, but we can't afford to buy the house either. But that's a whole nother story. Over the last year, the homes that we were looking at, so these are new home builds, they went from like 700,000 to 900,000. And I'm like, will your prices ever come down as that the craziness is gone? They're like, no, we don't want to devalue somebody's home that just bought like a year ago. So it'll just be, I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess I won't be able to afford that. But anyway, getting back, Joey Peacock, I'll expect to see him at Cedia, but he'll be there in the context of his new position, I assume. I think that was legit as of this Monday. So congratulations to Joey. I'm very happy to see his success there, and he'll be working with a great group of guys at Mad VR Labs with an exciting product. And because there are only 2 products kind of on the market right now that do that, and it's nice to see competition in that market niche. So it'll be good to see that. And then of course, I think Mad VR is going to be in place with a lot of different demos there, right? So when you start moving into the higher echelon of home theater stuff, you find yourself with a few products that kind of distinguish themselves. One of those is an anamorphic lens. That allows you to use a 235 screen without having to zoom, right? And then when you get that 235 lens, then you see people starting to pick up the scalers and use things like Kaleidoscape and that kind of stuff. So I think you'll see the higher end demos starting. A handful of them will leverage the Mad VR unit, which is cool. I'm happy to see that there, and I'm happy for folks to see it. Trinov obviously is going to have a big room set up there. Which will be super cool. Let me look at my calendar, and I can tell you some of the things that I'm scheduled for. So this is starting out on the 28th. So let me shrink this down to a work week. So that's, I guess, next week. I'll be flying out. I'll get there on Wednesday. I was going to go to the Trinov press event Wednesday night. I think I might miss that one because my flights are getting all weird. So I think I'm going to come in a little too late for that. But there are a number of events that are on Wednesday that take place before the opening of the show, and typically press stuff or industry inside kind of stuff. But Trinov's going to have a great room. I would recommend everybody check that out if they're going to be there. Then let's see, Thursday morning, I'll do the Cedia Advocacy Town Hall breakfast. Then Christie Projectors was going to be with Steinway, and they're going to have an event that I'll be there for. I'm going to drop by and see the Samsung folks. Then I'm going to go see the Audio Control folks, and then Snap One and all the associated brands there. I'll go see Michael S. I'm going to mess his name up. Acevedo. Always destroy that. And he works for. Oh gosh, I can't think of the name of the company now. Maybe you guys can help me figure this one out. Here, I'll give you little hints. So they make like pro audio stuff, but they also make the bed, right? It's this huge lounge thing. that you can put in a room, and it's got speakers all built into it. They also have partnered with this folding TV for yachts, L Acoustics. Gosh, I knew it would come to me eventually. So I'll see him. I've always wanted some of their speakers, but man, this is like high end kind of stuff. So it's a little out of my price range. And they don't really do a lot of stuff with influencers. So I don't think I'll ever get any loaners from them to look at. So Thursday evening, if anybody wants to happy hour it up, let me know. We can do that. Then 8 o'clock on Friday, there's going to be a Sony event. Then I think I'm going to miss that one though, because I'm going to go hang out with Paul M, and we're going to go see a bunch of stuff from Ascendo, Storm Audio, Row One, Seymour Screen Excellence. So that should be pretty exciting. Then after that, it'll be some Hisense stuff, and then some Bond home control equipment. And so I'm going to do a video about this eventually. I just got to figure out how to integrate this device into my system. But it gives Wi-Fi access to typically IR controlled devices. And I want to see if I could integrate my screen and things like that using this, which I think would be pretty darn cool. And then Kaleidoscape will be a little bit later that afternoon. I got a meeting with those guys. Let me see. And then Saturday, I don't think I've got anything on the books for Saturday. The issue is that I have to leave on Saturday, so it's always kind of tough for me. I got to find some place to stash my luggage and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so a lot of cool stuff going on, and I'll be very, very happy to just hang out and see all the folks, and hopefully some of you guys will be there. Jared says he just got a Mad VR. Damn it, dude, you're killing me. That's awesome. That's super cool. I would love, dude, take some pictures. I would love to hear your thoughts on it, because that's kind of like the brass ring right there. Grab that thing. That's super cool. Double A says house prices will come down in 2 years. One would hope, and that's actually the time frame we would really like to make a purchase anyway. So that kind of works out. We are trying to juggle schools, and we have a kid our oldest, starting high school next year. And we're trying to enroll him into a school that's not his feeder school. So that could cause some challenges. And where we want to move to, while it's closer to the schools that we want to be in, it actually side of the district is kind of the other side of the line. So there's going to be all kinds of issues associated with that. But if anybody has pull with Shea Homes, let me know, because they're building them. All right, so let me see. Symphonic says a show. Fair enough. Yes. Well, hopefully the details I gave, I added a little meat onto that bone. Double A says check out the Sony booth if you can. Let us know how amazing their projectors are. So I don't know if you've watched my video. But I dropped a video talking about an event that just took place in Colorado Springs at a integrator here, right? And they did Sony versus Epson. They only had one Epson model, a bunch of Sony models versus JVC, right? And I talked about the direct comparison of the brand. This is the brand new Sony stuff. So this stuff they'll have at the show. This was all like pre-release, and they just got it. So go check that video out. It's on YouTube. Dig through all the shorts that I've been posting, because the world's changing with social media, if you didn't know. And shorts and reels, which is YouTube and Instagram respectively, that is a new-ish strategy that those two social platforms are really pushing, and that's really to combat TikTok and the erosion TikTok has created inside of the communities for all of the other social media platforms. So they're really, really pushing that thing out. Excuse me. And I've been jumping in on that, and I've experienced some fairly explosive growth, both on YouTube and on Instagram, especially on Instagram. I mean, for a while there, it went absolutely nuts. It's cooled back down a lot, which I think you'll see for kind of there are a handful of other folks that are in the same-ish space as I am on Instagram. However, I'm really trying to remove myself from the pigeonhole of being an audio channel, because I'm not an audio channel. I am a Jiles posts all kinds of weird crap channel. And I really want people to understand that. But it's really mostly technology related items, right? And then a few funny things as I see them come across that tickle my fancy, because I like my fancy being tickled by things. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely drop by the Sony booth and check out the projectors. I'm really more interested in looking at their televisions, to tell the truth, because while I have a projector in a theater in my basement, theater, it's a room that's dedicated to the use, but it wasn't purpose built, so it's not like all these cool theaters you see, that people spend 150,000, $200,000 remodeling the room, and it's not all that. I've got all the gear, but the room is the challenge there. But I'm really interested in looking at television technology, and I'll be checking all that stuff. Um, so I think I covered this question of which vendors will I be hanging out with. So that's some of the ones that I've got listed. But I've got friends at a lot of different companies, and I want to go see Focal, and I want to go see I want to go see Indie Audio Labs and all the folks there, and just, I mean, it's so many, and it's hard to call them out because I feel like I'll forget someone, and they'll be like, "Well, didn't Giles say my name?" Um, there's a litany of companies there that have awesome people that I'm really excited to go talk to and hang out and see their stuff. And I'm going to do things a little bit different with coverage this time too. So before, I was all like traditional Mr. I'm going to try and film some stuff for long form videos on YouTube. Well, I'm not going to do any long form content, or at least very little of it this time, in landscape mode. I'll be all portrait, and I'm not taking a camera either, right? So this might freak some people out, but I'm going to use my iPhone for the whole show, because I hate lugging around a camera and all the gear and all this junk, right? It is a huge pain. And back in the day, that was kind of the way things were done, right? But I'm going to use a phone. I'll take a little lightweight tripod that I can sit it on, do that kind of thing, and some microphones. But it's going to be completely different. And I think if people have been watching and keeping up with social media, they'll understand exactly why. But I think some folks will be like, why doesn't he have like this humongous camera that you have to put on a dolly that's got, focus, what is it called? Fine focus. I don't know. All this follow focus with a huge lens and an anamorphic hood. No, that I think that stuff is coming slowly, not to an end, but its importance is being diminished. I mean, you'll have some people that'll take their phone and turn it this way and film, which is totally fine. But I think for this kind of coverage, it really defeats the point, right? I mean, you understand what you're filming for and what is the right tool for this. And I really think that, today that's the cell phone. And in the future, maybe there'll be more devices or maybe cell phones with even better cameras or that kind of thing. But that's really, I think, the right platform. And for me, I'm going to experiment this time and do everything on the phone, and everything in Instagram format, as you might refer to it. So to see what happens, right? And I'll do a lot of short clips, and I'll be posting clips up on a daily basis and that kind of thing. So if there's anything you want to see, make sure you post that up somewhere. DM me on Instagram and let me know what you would like. Take it, some footage taken of, and I'll take it and I'll load it up. It's super easy. Hopefully I can get some decent Wi-Fi there that I can use. All right. Jason. Oh, this is for Jason. His room is only 12 by 10 by 9. I can't do massive subs yet. Next house I will. Dual or quad dual 21s. So that would be 8 21s. Oh God. I mean, one thing I'm curious about is, I understand if you're trying to be outrageous with things and go for like 145 decibels and the weird stuff. But just so you know where I live at, in my head, 2 18s, maybe 3 sealed even, is enough bass, right? And that's like in a 14 and a half by 14 and a half room. So yeah, any place that you're dropping 8 21s in, I mean, you could do like an amphitheater kind of thing. That's a lot of bass, man. That's a lot of bass. If you do it, I want to see the pictures, because that's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy awesome. Easy Home Theater Tech says he's hosting Youth Man and Brad. I don't know Brad. Dude, why aren't you going to host me? What's up? No love? Jeez. No, that's cool. Both great guys. Well, I know Michael. I don't know Brad, but Michael, awesome dude. I'm sure he will be super cool. But yeah, if you ever want to host me, just let me know. Just uh, yeah, indoor gardens. It's like vertical, so it's not like flat. So I'll put links up and you'll see it. Starlight G Home Theater. I love my Dayton Audio Vortex 21-inch speaker, and it shakes the whole house. And I'm using a QSC RMX 2450A power amp bridge at 2,400 watts, and that's a bass shaker. Yeah, that's yeah. When you say 21, for the most part, that's going to do a lot of damage. I mean, that can put out a lot of energy into the air. So yeah, that is serious, legit speakers right there. Let's see. Any other? Hi-Fi Haven says when he wins the lottery, he'll get a Trinov. Yeah, Trinovs are great. I like Trinov. I like Storm. I like Accurus. And then there's everything else kind of for me after those. Those are kind of the top three for me. And I think that Storm might actually sound the best. And I've always thought of Accurus is kind of like Baby Storm because they use very similar components on the inside, and it sounds super good. Trinov, I think, for the technology is kind of by far ahead the leader there. Good stuff. Truth, I agree. When Double A wins, he still gets one for Haven. That's cool, man. You're so generous. That's awesome. Any other comments down here? All right, Jared says it was a great video. Sony Epson JVC, dude. This JVC was so good. I don't know what was up that day. Maybe something in the air, but the JVC was. I would buy that low end bulb version and be done. If you got a ton of money, yeah, buy the high end stuff. They continuously get better the more expensive they get. But I tell you what, for my money and for my eyes, that low end version, so good, so good. I don't think anybody would be disappointed there. Hi Giles, how important is impedance and gain matching? Well, impedance, that's a measure of resistance on your speaker, right? So that's really going to impact your amplification, right? So depending on the impedance load that your speakers present to your amplifier, that will impact the amount of output they have. And then also, like in car audio world, I don't know if you're familiar over there, but people in the past have done things where they go like down to less than 1 ohm impedance, do all kinds of crazy stuff, and have all these special amps built for that super kind of low load. You don't see that a lot in pro or home gear though. So you just have to be careful that your impedance matches well with your amplification capabilities, right? Those are two things that you need to put together. And then gain matching, that's really an aspect of tuning your subs, right? So that you don't have, some subs working super, super, super hard and other ones not working at all. So like if you sit in your main listening position, you have one sub that's way over there and then one that's real close right here to your ears. You have to turn that one up way over there a lot more to have the same apparent output that you have here. But that can stress that sub out so that when you get to higher volumes, you can have kind of compromised performance over there. So, you want to gain match everything together so that you don't have issues as you start to tune things. So how important are they? I would say impedance, super important, right? Just to build a system, make sure you buy the right components. And then gain matching, that's a kind of more of an advanced tuning philosophy, right? That skill. So you'll grow into that as you tune your subs, right? So if you've got 3, 4, 5 subs in a room, as you'll retune them a lot. Everybody does, right? That's part of the fun of having the subs. Eventually you'll get to the point where like, okay, I'm going to gain match stuff, and then you can kind of see what's going on. NZ8, yeah, no, that's not a shocker. That's a great choice. And my expectation is that you're going to really love it. All are welcomed. Dude, send me a note. Let me know where you guys are going to be at. And I'd love to drop by and and get some coverage out there and take some pictures and stuff. I think that'll be super fun. So looking forward to that. Charles Harrison says, he says he added on to his question between equipment. So I think I answered that one. Have I listened to the Mission 770? I have not listened to the Mission 770. I don't really know much about that at all. So do you know if they'll be at Cedia? I don't know. If they are and they have it, I'll totally listen to it. If not, then I won't, but I'll look for someplace that has it. All right. So Cedia, for folks that are going to be there, make sure to comment so we can all hook up and get together and hang out and look at all the super awesome toys. Because remember, Cedia is more than just speakers. It's processors, it's amplification, it's lighting, it's whole home control, whole home audio, networking, installation products. If it's something associated with improving your home with some type of technology or aspect of technology, they'll be there. They'll even have and I don't know why these are there, but car companies come and bring commercial fleet vehicles. I guess this is to show the CI people that, hey, this is a vehicle you should have for your CI fleet, for your business. So I guess that's how it mixes in. Starlight G Home Theater says, my home theater, I run 3 18-inch subs and 2 15-inch subs, plus the 21-inch subs, plus my stereo home theater with APR running 10,000 watts of power in my home theater. Okay, that's okay. So we got 3 18s, 2 15s, multiple 21s, and 10,000 watts of power. That's awesome. What kind of input power are you running? Are you doing a couple of 30 amp circuits, running 220 volt, that kind of thing? That'd be pretty cool. I would love to see how you have everything integrated in, because as I've gotten older, my aesthetic that I desire in a room has changed quite a bit, right? So for me, my preference would be to come into a room and all you see is a screen and seats, right? So I want the projector to be in a room behind it, firing through glass in. Obviously you got to see your screen there. That's the whole point. But all the speakers I'd like to have hidden too. Man, that's an unattainable goal for me at the moment. But maybe with this new house thing in a couple of years, I can figure out something along those lines. But that's what I would really love to see, or not see, right? But hear and feel. And I bet with that kind of low end output, you can have some pretty outstanding impact. That's really cool. Yeah, I'd love to hear that. Man, if you got pictures, send them over. I'll post them up. We'll get them out for the world to see. That'd be super cool. All right. We'll do a little cleanup here and get ready for the next stream. I'm doing a 9:00 stream Mountain Time immediately following this one weekly now. And this one's with Mike, and we're going to talk content, right? So this is my show to talk about tech. And then he and I talk about movies, TV, and music. And we're really following closely House of the Dragon right now because that's all the buzz, and we're both into it. So that comes up here in just a minute. But for upcoming projects, I'll be kicking off the 2 15-inch stereo integrity SQL 15 bills in the Marty Cube boxes, 15-inch, for GSG audio and stereo integrity. And I'll be posting up pictures and all that kind of stuff. So that build is coming as soon as I can figure out the right time to start it and do it. House of the Dragon, GOT is on fire. Fire! And I have a whole bunch of stuff. I've still got another Gishelli DAC that I need to unbox and get going. And then I'll create some content around the DAC and the amp. I actually need to get... Okay, so I'm not a headphone guy, right? So, most of this side, headphones I deal with that use regular kind of plugs. Well, this is like a fully balanced system, and it's got that 4-prong headphone jack on the front of the amplifier. So I've got to find the right cables to connect my headphones and everything. So I'm really trying to mature myself a little bit there because I've never been super hardcore in the headphones, and this is more of a high-end piece than I'm accustomed to. Usually they just have the phono jack on the front, that you normally see with older style headphones. But this fully balanced, so I gotta figure that out, and I'll be covering that. So yeah, a lot of stuff coming. I actually have a night light that I'm supposed to review. I don't know why I said yes to this. It was in a moment of weakness. So I'll probably just do a little Instagram video on that one. But otherwise, normal content coming out. Keep an eye out. I'm experimenting, like I said, a lot with reels and shorts right now, just to see the impact on the channel. And Instagram grew from 40,000 to 132,000 in the span of a month, and YouTube has grown from 23,000 to 35,000 in the span of 2-ish weeks, which is pretty ridiculous. It's huge growth. So I hope to continue that. My 11-year-old son came up to me. He's like, "Dad, when are you going to get your silver play button?" And I'm like, "That's 100,000 subscribers." He's like, "Yeah, that's nothing. Just look at the popular people. They have way more than that." So, so obviously he has high hopes for me, and I appreciate that. So I will see. Double A says, "Say yes to all the night lights." I should just start a night light channel. Night lights. So okay, here's the thing. There's a dude on YouTube, and he buys these little wands, and he buys them from this manufacturer out of China, and then he remarks them and sells them as Incendio wand or something like that. And he's got like 13 million views in like the last month on YouTube. It's completely ridiculous. And he kind of markets them as like the Harry Potter wand. And he buys them for $30 and sells them for 70, which is, that's brilliant, right? He's making money because nobody knows these little, retailers that in China that make this stuff and sell it. So you just buy and sell them with humongous markup, which, good for him. That's how business works, right? But I'm like, maybe I should do something like that too. I don't know. I don't know. Charles says it grew because you don't waste time or brag. Oh, thanks, man. I don't know. I'll pat myself on the back occasionally. But yeah, anyway, Rings of Power is weak at best. Okay. You just pushed my button because I completely agree with you. I am not super loving Rings of Power at all. I mean, it's fine and it's okay to watch, but man, I feel like there was so much that they could have done that they didn't do. And it's not me trying to be like a Tolkien purist or anything like that. It's just the show's not like super exciting or super awesome. It's, I think, technically very competent, but I'm just not super into it. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. All right, folks. I think we're going to go ahead and call it at this point. I don't see any more questions coming. Everybody out there, thank you so much for joining in tonight. Remember, I always take requests. If there's anything you want to see, I'm here to serve you guys. So please let me know. And especially if it's short format content, man, I'll do it. It's particularly coming up on Cedia. Let me know if there's some new thing coming out that they're going to have there that you want to see specifically. I will make a list. I will go around and I'll make a short just for you, right? And post that up so you can see exactly what you want to see. Part of my being there is helping everybody else experience and see the things they need to see. And I don't know that you want to see it unless you tell me. So please do. Mike, thanks so much. Yeah, everybody, good night. And for the folks at Cedia, I look forward to seeing you guys there. And everybody else, I'll see you again next week on Tuesday. Thanks.